So here's a case where we're looking at a similar kind of reaction where we have an ion, a cation, and it's going to the neutral metal. So I must be gaining some electrons here. So that's what's happening. Let's see what it asks. For one thing, we're asking for current, which current is amps or coulombs per second. Okay, so that's kind of different because I'm looking for an answer that has a unit on top and a unit on bottom. I'm not using an equation for this, so I'm going to approach this with conversion factor method. And normally, if possible, we start with a number here that is just one number, one unit. But when I look, I don't have that because these two numbers are connected. They're showing a relationship. So which number do I start with and how? So what you do, how you figure out what the best way to start is, you look at what your answer, this is what I want. And you want to start with something that is similar to that. So in other words, I see that I want seconds to end up on the bottom. So I'm going to put seconds down here. Okay, and then the relationship is it's that many seconds for 50 grams of magnesium. So I'm going to put 50 grams of magnesium here. So that's how I figure out how to start. I look at what unit I needed where and kind of put it in the best, closest to that I could, so that my seconds don't end up on top. Okay, so seconds is good. I need to figure out how to get from grams of magnesium to coulombs. And so I know I have this relationship up here where I have electrons to magnesium, but that's not in grams. This is in 2 moles of electrons for every 2 moles of magnesium. So if I could get to moles, then I could use that to get to electrons, which is closer to charge. So I'm going to go to moles. And this, of course, is the molar mass. I'm going to put moles, this is moles of magnesium down here. And I'm trying to, again, to get to charge. Coulombs is charge per second. I'm getting closer if I go to electrons. So for this step, I'm using the coefficients. In other words, I see I need 2 moles of electrons for every 1 mole of magnesium that I get. And then again, I said I want coulombs per second. Right now, everything's canceling except for moles of electrons per second. But there is a relationship between moles of electrons and charge. And that's the Faraday constant. So moles cancel. So to 3 sig figs, I get 100. And then my units are coulombs per second, which is the same thing as 100 amps.